Doorbell is not illuminated, but it works. It works. Front door swings closed on its own accord a little bit there. This is the downstairs office study. It has a smoke alarm in it. There's not a smoke alarm outside of it. Yeah, nothing. I was just thinking, these windows work, these screens are missing. The garage windows do not work, or I'm not going to say that they don't work. I'm going to say it's a very difficult closet space. And again, I was in every room, every receptacle outlet I could get to. So we know the circuitry is good. Functional. These tension balls could be a little better. They could. The formal dining area. So far I've only seen one luminary. So just coming over here with the lamps. I just turn the lamp on. Now I shot this floor. Pow, pow. Dead here. No extra charge for the boomer jokes. But I measured it. I measured this entire floor. Not the entire floor, I apologize. I did random samplings. And I'm not an engineer. It's engineering equipment, but I'm not an engineer. Okay? I don't do specifications. I don't use tolerances. I use guidelines. And what I'm looking for is no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. And to be honest, I found 1 inch. Now I didn't measure every corner, every nook, and every cranny, so it's reasonable to assume that there's more than 1 inch floor height elevation differential, but you're not going to find much more than 1 inch floor height elevation. So that's good. That's how I ascertained, that's how I determined about the foundation. I also use things like the door swinging open on its own accord, windows being able to be operated, cracks in the walls. The house has been painted. I'm not going to see any cracks. The exterior, there's a lot of mortar repair. I say a lot, but I mean, you can tell that mortar repairs happen. So, I got a really good feeling about this foundation. I would never dissuade my client from seeking perfection, seeking a second opinion, talking to a structural engineer. But I will say that, I'm required to render an opinion. I think it's functioning. And I will say that, well, I'm not an engineer. Engineers happen to agree with me and I with them a lot of times. I'm like a really good nurse. And so, I'm just saying, if you brought a structural engineer out, you'd probably be, buying peace of mind. And there's nothing wrong with peace of mind. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If that helps you sleep, that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with peace of mind. Make no mistake. But that's probably what's going to happen. I doubt that an engineer is going to condemn this foundation. I doubt that an engineer is going to prescribe a lot of work to the foundation. I just don't think that's going to happen. This is about the only room I've seen wallpaper in here, but wallpaper is like a petri dish. Okay? It's on top of gypsum board with a paper cover, and then you're going in and you're adding wallpaper with glue, and then the wallpaper's got, any moisture that gets inside here, it will not leave. So if you decide that you do not like this little Scottish pattern, Scottish, not stripes, never mind. Okay, you decide you do not like the striped pattern and you want a different wallpaper in here, or maybe you want a different texture if you peel this off. There's no telling what you'll find behind there. Just know that, just remove it. If you find something in there that's kind of organic and funky, fungal, just take it out. Put fresh gypsum board in there. These niches, I think I've already said this, but these niches are pretty low level and you're having difficulty. This ladder is a booger bear. I can say that. I had to get another ladder to help me close this ladder. Of course, I'm vertically challenged. I'm not the tallest home inspector around. I'm what they call short. But I had a little difficulty putting that back up. So just beware. Got all of our windows. Got the bushes next to the windows. Nice view of the pool. It's kind of nice. Hold on. You're not going to believe this. We're almost through. See these electrical receptacle outlets? In 2015, this house is older than that, but in 2015 the code changed and said you shouldn't have receptacle outlets that are recessed farther back than 6 inches from a countertop like that. And the reason being is because you could have a crock pot or a Scentsy candle. And the extension cord, the power cord is hanging down and people can just poke their arms in it like that. That's what that's about. That's what that's about. There you go. Still tripping those GFCIs, aren't you, bud? I just can't turn it off. I just keep doing it. And I'm trying to, you hear this? This is kind of an appliance thing. But this oven, this is GE, mine's the KitchenAid. So all these ovens have, inside of them, they have fans that help them cool off. So I ran this nice and hard, nice and long. Getting this, I don't remember this guy. But that fan's, it'll turn itself off after a while. It's helping it cool off. That's all it's doing. Let's see. We got other stuff here. This threshold is torn on this door going out here. One of your doors going into the backyard. Is this the one that opens or closes on its own? Well, not now. Okay. I'm anxious. I get it. I'm trying to do a good job. No, I'm recording. I'm recording for our client. Moving on.